What's up guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is me Kavin here. I got the betting odds with me here. I'm going to predict the UFC 248 fights. What are we waiting for? Let's go make some money. Alright guys, first fight it's Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Jose Quinonez. Everybody knew Sugar Sean O'Malley. This guy is so entertaining. Only one fight in the UFC. He fought Andre Sorkomat with a broken leg in that fight, and he won the fight. This kid is so entertaining. He's so excited. I'm so excited to watch the guy. He's 10-0 in a pro MMA. Jose Quinonez, not much of a big name. This guy is coming out of a losing streak, so I would say always go for a guy who comes out of a winning streak because he's carrying the momentum. He's got the confidence. Talking about Sean O'Malley, he's been out for a while, probably like a year and a half. That's the only thing I'm worried about because he hasn't fought anyone in like a year and a half. He came out of a leg injury from his first fight and then popped out by USADA for taking a supplement that wasn't in the USADA's the list, I guess. So he's so hungry to make a huge comeback. So I would say go for Sean O'Malley because the odd makers say -275 favorite and Jose is like +225 underdog. We're not going to make much of money in this fight, but I would say go for Sean O'Malley because he's going to win the fight. I would say second round TKO via head kick because I love head kicks. So yeah, Sean O'Malley, second round TKO. Alright guys, next fight it's Neil Magny versus Jingliang. Both the guys are like UFC veterans. Neil Magny is more famous, but Jingliang is not that much of a famous guy. But he's been in the UFC since 2014. Nobody knew the guy. I don't know. I haven't heard much of this guy. But Neil Magny is a big name, UFC veteran. He was in the army. He hasn't fought since 2018 because he was popped out by USADA. He had an injury, same like Sugar Sean O'Malley. He's been out for a while. But Jingliang, he's got a 3-fight win streak. Like I said, I always go with the guy who has a winning streak. He's 17-5. Neil Magny is 21-7. The odd makers say Jingliang is -175 favorite and Magny is +150 underdog. I'm gonna go with the odd makers in this fight because Jingliang is coming out of a 3-fight winning streak. He's a BJJ black belt, but he's been knocking out guys more rather than submissions. So I'm going with Jingliang. Probably I don't think he's going to knock out Neil Magny. Magny's so hungry in this fight, so I would say probably 3 rounds and Jingliang wins by unanimous decision. So it's going to be a majority decision, Jingliang. So I'm picking Jingliang, guys. Okay, this fight it's Weili Zhang versus Joanna. Joanna is the former UFC world champion, multiple time world Muay Thai champion. She's got so many fights in her career. She's fought the greatest. She's a veteran and she's fighting the young and upcoming Weili Zhang. She's got more pro fights than Joanna. First fight she got lost, and after the first fight 20 fights in a row. She's got a 20-fight win streak. She's got the momentum. She knocked out Jessica Andrade. She's ready to face the strawweight queen, Joanna. Speaking of Joanna, before fighting Rose in the UFC, she had a 14-fight win streak. The first fight with Rose, she got knocked out because she blamed her weight cut. She had a rough weight cut, she had a breakup and something like that played a major factor, and she got knocked out. Nothing to blame. Second fight, I thought Joanna won the fight because it was a split dish. I mean, it was a close fight. I thought she won the 3rd, 4th and 5th round. I don't know, if when it comes to a championship fight, you got to beat the champion by like a dominant fashion. Knock them out or dominate them the whole 5 rounds. So don't leave it to the judges. She left it to the judges and she paid the price. She couldn't beat Rose. After that, she went on to fight Valentina Shevchenko for 125. That was a good 5-round fight, but it's 125. You can't beat Valentina. She's another beast. And now she's got her own strength and conditioning coach. She's got her own nutritionist. ATT, they are known for comebacks. They're gonna bring a better Joanna this time, I guess. I'm surprised because Joanna is the underdog in this fight and Weili Zhang is the favorite. I always like to put some money on underdog, and this time I knew she's gonna win. She's got the experience. 5-round fight is nothing to her. She's got the cardio. I'm so pumped. My money, it's on Joanna. She's the underdog, so we can like double your money there. Guys, pick Joanna. She's the strawweight queen. Down to the main event, Israel Adesanya versus Joel Romero. This is a crazy fight because nobody wants to fight Joel Romero. The guy's a monster. He's a beast. This guy's, I can't believe he's 44. Man, this guy can do anything. He's so strong. Look at the specimen. Look at this guy. He's huge. If you look at his shoulders, man, that's all like huge and shit. Man, this guy's big, and he's fighting Israel Adesanya. Talking about Adesanya, man, Adesanya and his team, City Kickboxing from Auckland, New Zealand. These guys are creating champions every time they fight. They got Alexander Volkanovski in the featherweight division, and now Israel Adesanya middleweight division. They got the best strikers in the world. The style they're creating, it's people couldn't answer the striking. Even Max Holloway had a rough time with Alexander. Adesanya, man, people thought he didn't have the knockout power until then he knocked out Robert Whittaker like in second round, knocked him out cold. People were doubted about his knockout power. He knocked him out and proved them wrong. This guy is young, energetic, undefeated, so sharp. His fight IQ is like insane. I would say next to, like, when you compare somebody with fight IQ, the name that comes to our mind is Conor McGregor. I think he's better than Conor McGregor. This guy's so smart. He's got the best takedown defense in the middleweight division. I think nobody has taken him down so far. I'd probably be like 1 or 2 times, but still they couldn't keep him down. So I would say he would have more than like a 88% takedown defense, if I'm not wrong. This guy is insane. He's got all the techniques in the game. He's got his own the question mark kick he does. That's a fancy kick he always does. He closes the range by switching stance. So whenever he fights southpaw, he turns orthodox and boom, he switches stance. The only thing I'm worried about between rounds, and then boom, come out with a sudden explosion and like throw some bombs. He goes against the cage and then he throws some bombs and stuff. He's the best wrestler in the world, 5-time Pan American champion, Olympic silver medalist. But we haven't seen his wrestling in the UFC so far because he's been knocking out guys. He haven't showed much of his wrestling in the game. Maybe he thinks he might drain more energy. Wrestling, probably striking is far more easier than wrestling, I guess, for him. If you want to beat Adesanya, man, you got to do something different. You can't beat him in a stand-up game. I think Romero's got to go back to his own the Cuban wrestling. I'm so pumped to this fight. In terms of betting wise, Adesanya is the huge favorite. I think he's minus 225 favorite, and Romero is the underdog. You're not going to make much money in this fight because Adesanya is going to win the fight, man. This guy's got crazy power. He's so sharp. His fight IQ is insane. Romero is, I don't know, Romero has this weird like a cage thing he does. He just like blocks a couple of punches. He makes his own like a shell there. And Adesanya, man, he's got I don't think this the taking time off in between rounds is going to help Romero, because you can't take time off with Adesanya. He's going to throw punches back to back. There's a jab, there's a straight hook, everything's going to come. It's going to land at the right time, right place. He's going to set traps. I'm so pumped because nobody wants to fight Joel Romero because you're going to end up with a concussion or serious damage. Look what happened to Robert Whittaker. 2 back-to-back fights, man. This guy couldn't fight anymore. His body failed. He's got, I don't know, like 10 rounds with Joel Romero, man. Your life is done. I'm surprised Adesanya wanted to fight him because nobody wanted to fight him. Adesanya wants to prove his legacy that skinny guys can beat the bigger guys, because Adesanya probably walks around like 198, 200 pounds. Not much of a weight cut. He's going to be the lighter guy in the fight, but doesn't matter. He's been fighting bigger guys in his whole career. So my pick, Adesanya. I don't think you can knock out Joel Romero. Probably if he does, it's going to be a 4th round TKO. So my pick, Adesanya, 4th round TKO. Alright guys, we have come to the end of our episode. Once again, this is a fight game. Anything can happen. The predictions can go either way because the fighter is one mistake away from losing a fight. So be smart in placing your bets. Make sure you like, share and subscribe my video. If there is anything you want to tell me, go to the comments and just boom roast me. This is Kavin signing off. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Until then, have a good day.